Bradenton, Florida. Grant Signature Racing on the throttles. They have the inside lane.
Another pairing that will be back out later in another class. Still got the yellow flag.
These boats will run 10 laps. The laps will not officially start till they cross the yellow buoy in front of the VIP area here on the beach. 10 laps today, 46.5 miles.
Green flag. We are off and running
racing
in factory stock.
They will throw the throttles down now of these 500R Mercury Racing engines. So look at GC Racing, and very fast.
Look at Meade Family get out
to the outside. Meade Family Racing and the Jackhammer team from Manatee Marine Unlimited. Manatee Marine's Jackhammer on the outside. All boats looking like, as you would expect, these are spec class boats. Everybody about the same size, and all the same power. Only difference, the gear case and the hulls. And here they go. We're underway.
Start of lap 1. Let's see if Jackhammer can keep the speed up and make the run around the outside.
Looks like every boat stayed in their lane to this point, and GC Racing has the early lead in the inside lane.
And now if any of the teams establish an overlap that's legal, they can take whatever lane they want now that they're through this turn.
Now, important to know that these boats want clean water. You don't want to run. There's no drafting like there is in motorsports. You want to stay out of the churn, the water that's already been aerated by the propellers of the boat in front of you. You're looking for clean water to get good bite. And right now, the blue Marine Technology boats of the boat of Tyler Miller and Myrick Coyle is coming up on GC Racing, but it looks like Grant Bruggeman has been able to hold them down and maintain the inside line. Willie Cabeza on the wheel here. They'll campaign in Pro Class 1 and a similarly liveried boat later on this afternoon. Tyler and Myrick will be in the Monster Energy race team. There's the Valor Cat.
Yep.
Built in Dubai. 38 foot. So back to our leader.
And they're right alongside. If you look at Marine Technology is on their hip. So Myrick and the driver of the Marine Technology boat is going to make Willie stay tight. Or no, he cut under him.
Looking.
Coming out of the eastern turn.
So he dives inside. Now he's trying to establish the inside line.
Right.
Took a chance, dove through the wash, and looks like GC is maintaining their lead. So now he'll be forced, potentially, if Willie shuts the door, to have to go back through. Well, let's see how they hold. They pull well. Miller and Coyle to the left of the screen. To the right of the screen, Cabeza and Bruggeman. Equally powered Marine Technology hulls, side by side, heading down towards the start-finish line. And the end of lap number 1.
I think Randy Sissom, the founder of MTI, is liking what he's seeing.
I'd say yes.
In the end of lap 1, we've got GC pulled out to a little bit of a lead, but not much. Marine Technology in second, right on the inside. John Tomlinson and Caleb Meade in third, and Meade Family.
So GC Racing and the Marine Technologies Miller Coyle combo. Meade Family Racing in third. Behind TS Motorsports in second. Jackhammer trailing up in fourth.
And you can see GC Racing pulling out now on the Marine Technology team. They're extending their lead quite a bit going up the outer leg of the course. And there's the new Manatee Marine Unlimited build, the Jackhammer.
Very excited about these boats. They've got several sold already. They're production models. Good look at Tyler Miller and Myrick Coyle's boat. This is the old Taylor Sissom, Johnny Tomlinson #7 boat. known as TS Motorsports. There's your overall leader here in factory stock. GC Racing.
Willie Cabeza's sharp learning curve as a wheelman, and he's been up to the task.
2 years ago, Cabeza winning the factory stock world championship with 450s when John Torrente was on board with him.
Yep.
Now heading down in front of the beach, and all of the fans, tens of thousands here watching in Michigan City, Indiana. On the westbound leg, this is your typical beach course, 4.65 miles. Wide turns on the east and west legs. They've got that boat set up right.
Yeah, it's carrying well.
Packing air down the tunnel. Ran likely deploying the tunnel tap here, getting a little extra lift of the transom. He'll lift up on that tab going into the turn.
He's had a lot of experience with outboards through the years and his days of running. He ran stock with the Steel team, right? And he's set up many super stock boats at Grant's Signature Marine.
Runs with North Wing, and he ran with North Wing in super stock for sure. Yeah, and the Steel, the old STI HLs with JR Noble, you're correct. That lap turned by GC Racing at just under 104 miles an hour.
And Valor got around. Something's going on with Marine Technology, because Meade Family is up to second and Valor is up to third. Or Jackhammer.
You see,
yeah,
Marine Technology's off plane. Now, Mercury Racing engines have Guardian mode. They are detuned for racing, but they're still, they still work. When you have a water issue, a temperature issue, it can roll the RPMs down. And if it's a more critical problem, it can literally shut the engine down.
Yeah, and these motors are sensitive to water pressure variations. They don't want to see spikes or big drops.
It's definitely one of the biggest issues they've had in the class at the 450 level was getting good water pressure to these boats. I mean, obviously, with their X Dimension, they're getting their gear case really high.
Yep.
And reducing drag, but also their water pickups are getting, up there as well. So
a water pickup doesn't do the engine a lot of good if it's in the air.
That's exactly right. So those are things that all of the manufacturers have been working through, as well as Mercury Racing, and the thought going eventually to the 500 gear case, which everyone will be an improvement. Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting to see, in talking to Julia Maldonado after the race, how he felt the performance of the 500 gear case was. And there is your overall leader coming in on lap number 3, GC Racing. The MTI in the lead and cruising along in picture perfect performance of how you get a boat running perfectly. A catamaran, you just want the transom in the water. Well, air packed down the hull.
It reminds me of the Pro Class 1 race yesterday, where the inside boat took advantage of and just ran away. And that's what GC had the pole position in this race.
Family Racing now running in second. Again, we unofficially have Willie turning a lap at 104, and Meade Family's going to be just a shade under that. Now about 10 seconds off the lead. Settle the boat into the turn, and now trim it back out and get back up to speed. And now setting for the turn is Valor. 38 Valor, Jackhammer. Meade Family Racing second, Jackhammer third. And whatever issue the Marine Technologies boat number 7 is having, they still aren't really up on pace. I can see them on the far east end of the course. Still underway, I believe.
Yep. But their rooster tail is different from the others. It's taller. So they're having some kind of an issue. They're not on full power.
Prop selection is a big thing in powerboat racing. You got to get it right. It's not like a car race where you can come in and change your tires.
Right.
Your prop setup is the one you're stuck with when you get out there. So you've got to judge the water, and if it's going to be calm, pick the right propellers vis-a-vis the taller props for the rougher conditions. Marine Technologies, Tyler Miller, Myra Coyle will be out later in Pro Class 1 in the Monster Energy Race team. Friends at Lake of the Ozarks with the Sisms, and they've owned MTIs in the past.
I think they have an MTI center console. Tyler does. This is his chase boat or support boat.
They won in Lake of the Ozarks. They checked out, picked the right props. Boris Myrick from Performance Boat Center had a set of props. He said that these are fast. Let's throw these on here. And boy, were they. Boy, were they in Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah. That's right. He said that he just had them on the shelf at the shop, and they fit the parameters.
GC Racing. This is a Maximum Inflation live stream. Leland Gas Technologies, the owner of Maximum Inflation brand, makes CO2 and nitrogen gas cartridges for marine, motorcycle, aviation, and military safety devices such as inflatable light jackets and rider fall protection. Family Racing. Go back to our overall leader. It's GC Racing, lap number 4 of 10.
That's one of the boats in the Marine Technologies Concierge program. They will bring the boat to the race for Willie, get it set up. He hops in, drives it, gives it back to him.
Family Racing second, John Tomlinson with young Caleb Mead this season. And your third place boat, Jackhammer. And on the
not too far of a journey for Reese Langheim. He's from Illinois.
That's correct. Won't be too far from our next race in Chicago. First time we've raced in Chicago in a long time, a couple of decades, I would say.
Yeah.
Still running is Marine Technologies, but there's some issue there. Or Tyler Miller and Myrick Coyle. Down the beach.
But you know what? When Tyler gets out, he'll still be smiling.
Eternally optimistic. Myra Coyle of Imcon Technologies, Wadena, Kansas. They underground excavate.
Yep.
Has a passion from his weekends and vacations in Lake of the Ozarks, and wanted to go speedboat racing after watching an offshore powerboat race. And now races up and down the classes. Won a couple of Super Cat World Championships in the Incon team. Now racing Pro Class 1 and Monster Energy. And there's your overall leader here in factory stock class, Marine Technologies team member GC Racing.
Yeah, this should be the halfway point for the 10-lap race. Yeah, I believe GC is going to lap Marine Technologies.
They will, and Marine Technologies goes wide and gives them the clean water in front of them. Coming through Mead Family Racing, continuing to hold second. Caleb Mead, now with the calm and veteran throttleman, and John Tomlinson. Of course, he raced with Sean Torrente, and I'm not saying Sean's not calm. He's experienced, no doubt. He won a world championship with.
He's high energy. He's high energy.
Likes to win.
Yes, sir.
We'll see him later today in Superstock and high-tech decks.
And he does a fair good amount of winning, too.
Yeah, very respected. Sean Torrente Racing.
Formula One.
Yeah, 3-time Formula One world champion, racing an XCAT as well. We'll talk about his high-tech deck boats and his race team. It's here in Super Cat class.
I would imagine that they took into account the added lift that bigger diameter gear case of the 500R provides when they designed the setup for this boat.
I would imagine so, absolutely. They've got a contact with, in Dubai, building these boats, and had already had several that they put out on the water for local customers not to race. Manatee Marine Unlimited, and we're working specifically on this with the class specifications for factory stock racing.
Now we're back to the lead boat, the fuchsia, I guess we'll call that, livery.
Some black in there, and beauty of Marine Technologies makes amazing boats and incredible liveries. Look at the Valor Cat. GC Racing will come through on after lap number 6, about 105.4 on this latest lap around Michigan City, Indiana. How many laps left, Eric?
I've got this being the end of 6, start of 7, so that's a 10 lap. We've got 4 more.
You'll see Mead Family Racing turning here on the west end, continuing to run in second. And our Valor Cat Jackhammer in third. You heard me mention in the lead up another manufacturer getting into factory stock racing, Platinum Powerboats. Former factory stock.
Michael Stancombe just texted me.
Did he?
They run the bigger 500 gear cases on the Peppers boat.
They do?
He said there's a definite difference in how you set up for the diameter and the size of that gear case.
They got the bigger shaft, and again, most of these teams are running the 450 because they have all the propellers,
right?
From that gear case. But again, Edwin Shear and Scott Grant's producing the Platinum boats. Expecting 1 in Key West, and at the end of the year, maybe 2 racing next year. So Marine Technologies, Doug Wright's, Valor's, Platinum catamarans running, and that's what you want to see. I mean, you've got the spec engines, the 500Rs, and see more manufacturers coming in. You can't, these boats, they pop out of the mold, and they cannot be altered.
Right.
Got to remain factory stock throughout their racing lives to hit the water and race with these teams. Willie Cabeza and Grant Bruggeman of Grant's Signature Racing on the throttles with Willie. Lap number 7, they've got that boat cooking here on Lake Michigan. The waters have laid down after a 2 to 3 foot chop with a swell yesterday and a north wind. Now the wind is actually kind of turning around.
Yeah, it's coming back at us again.
Just kind of got into the side of my head here. I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm going to clock GC Racing on this lap. You have a pretty long lead, 104.1. So It lifted a little, not much. Here's your number 2 boat, Mead Family Racing. Holding on to second place. So yeah, the wind now has come around, and it's coming out of the northeast a little bit. And I would say it's up at about, again, almost 10.
Yeah, the flags look similar to the way they did yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
As far as the direction.
That was sudden. That just happened. There's the Valor Cat, Jackhammer, Manatee Marine Unlimited, Reese Langheim, Julia Maldonado, back to number 7, Marine Technologies. They're off today.
It happens.
They're back in 4th place. Tyler Miller, Myrick Coyle. Watch the Jackhammer team trailing off.
It looks like they're kind of back up to speed though now.
It does look like they're running better.
Yeah, the rooster tail's low. They're running faster, so certainly does lead one to assume Guardian. But
there can be pesky Guardian problems. You can't shake it. Sometimes they can reset the engine, shut down, and restart. And that'll do it. Or you can have an issue that'll plague you throughout the day, and every so often it'll keep popping on and dropping you down in RPM, and that's just not going to be good for your race day.
No.
But here in Michigan City, you know, the wind, if it comes across the lake, and in 15 minutes or so, it could change if it's really blowing. Now this is very similar, maybe a little more northeast in the wind than it was yesterday. But I guess that convection as it builds, I mean, the cool water coming off the lake right now.
Yeah.
But it's back to coming off the lake again at this moment. So
Super stock guys are going to want to come take a look.
GC Racing, GC Racing coming through. Let's see what they do this lap at. We're at 105, then 104.
I have that as the end of lap 8 for them.
Yeah, 103.3. I mean, they have a
comfortable lead.
Very comfortable lead. Check them. I would say that's at about 15 seconds over Meat Family Racing. Who's in second. Back to Green Technologies entry. Number 7 boat. Lead in second. And number 3 with 2 laps to go, Team Jackhammer. 2 years ago won the Super Stock World Championship. This as a Super Stock team, whether it was Julia Maldonado or his dad Ricky Maldonado teaming up with Reese Langheim, they were a dominant team.
Yep.
At one point had, I think, 13 consecutive podium finishes over 2 consecutive years. Didn't have a lot of luck in Key West at the World Championship, but that changed a couple of years ago. Now that boat is continuing to run as Dream Kilo with Dale McEachern and Austin Blocker.
And they had their best outing yesterday, getting in the top half of the qualifying. So they'll be in the favored lanes in the start of the Super Stock race. The Valor Cat looking like it's likely to wind up on the podium in its first outing, so that's always a good start.
Back to our overall leader from the XINSURANCE Telecamp. Live coverage here in Michigan City, Indiana from the Porte Products Broadcast Center. Lift your outboard vertically to get up to sandbars. Protect your lower unit on the fly with one touch of a switch at the helm, all while maximizing performance, reducing drag, and increasing efficiency. Let us build one for you. Go to porteproducts.com. Willie and Grant leading. 3 Marine Technologies boats on the grid today in factory stock.
We want to say hello to Taylor Sissom, who's back home in Missouri.
There's your 3rd boat in the field. Caleb Mead, John Tomlinson in Mead Family Racing. GC cruising through on the white flag lap. They really pulled back there, 99.7 miles an hour. Mead Family coming through in 2nd. This should be the last lap of the day.
Yep.
Yeah, and that lead went from about 15 to 12, I'd say.
Oh, I'm sure they've got someone on land telling them if Johnny gets close.
Good day for GC Racing, looking for their first win of the World Powerboat Race Association Series. Podium finish in Lake of the Ozarks. But today they got the pole, and things are looking well for them here.
Yeah, and that was just they drew cards, and that was just luck of the draw that they got the inside lane. What you do with it. But Grant is very good at setup. So I'm sure, and I know he was out here early because I saw him and his wife Kelly, who's very involved with the team and the business, both checking out the waters earlier today.
Watch Mead Family Racing moving eastbound on the course, which should be their last lap. Checkered flag. Keep an eye open for Pace Boat and see if they're waving that checkered flag for us. So GC Racing going to go by Marine Technologies here, again giving them a wide berth.
Yep.
The Mead Family Racing in tow.
Yeah, we should see the checkers for Mead. I mean, not for Mead, for GC.
So GC Racing coming to the conclusion of what the broadcast center here has.
Yep, the flag's up on the
flag is up. So here's your winner today in the Michigan City Grand Prix. GC Racing, Willie Cabeza and Grant Bruggerman take the checkered flag and win your factory stock 500 race here today. Average 103.35 miles an hour unofficially. 2nd place will go to Caleb Mead and John Tomlinson in Mead Family Racing. And a 3rd place finish today for the Valor Cat from Manatee Marine Unlimited, Julian Maldonado and Reese Langheim. 4th place will go to Marine Technologies number 7 with Tyler Miller and Myrick Coyle on board. Valor Cat, a successful day on the water for their first test of racing. And they'll take the knowledge and move on and continue on down the season.
I'd take that if I was them in my first race. Boat looks good.
Great.
They'll make it faster, you know that.
But we're still continuing to see a pretty increased winds come around from the east and east-southeast that it was earlier, and now blowing out of the northeast. Good 10 steady. Watch Performance Boat Center's Myrick Coyle and Imcon Excavations Tyler Miller, the Monster Energy Pro Class 1 team, who jumped in to race in factory stock this year. Todd Swafford, along with Eric Cobley, who will be providing the full race recap at speedonthewater.com from the Maximum Inflation live stream. Maximum Inflation CO2 rearming kits for all inflatable life jackets are U.S. Coast Guard approved and verified by Underwriters Laboratories for performance and compatibility. Visit West Marine, Cabela's, and Bass Pro for your kits today. And remember, the best life jacket in the world is the one you wear. Coming up in the intermission, we're going to have Jack Arnett on from Visit Michigan City LaPorte. Jack is so instrumental in bringing this race to the community 16 years ago, and still working hard here today. And he and race director Scott Miller have done a fantastic job putting this together, what they're calling the Key West of the North. Beautiful beaches and waters here, Chicago's beach community in northern Indiana, Michigan City, LaPorte County. And finishing up their race day, Marine Technologies, Miller and Coyle.
Got to get those points. Could come into play later.
So in our brief intermission, the helicopters will go and refuel. When we come back out, the 1 o'clock starts will be the Super Cats. Super Cats will be racing 12 laps in our biggest class of boats, the Super Stocks. 14 boats racing, as we see Willie and Grant flying the checkered flag out of the cockpit. Heading back into the docks. Big win for them here today. Then at 3:30, the Pro Class 1 teams will race 12 laps. So we'll get ready to take a break here and come back with more action from the Race World Offshore live stream at Race World's Facebook page and YouTube channels from Michigan City, Indiana. The XINSURANCE Offshore Great Lakes Grand Prix. We'll have more coverage for you in just a moment.
Insuring the uninsurable. This is covered. This is covered. This, and this is covered. That, this, and that is covered. This, that. Hell, we'll even cover this. Whatever your X is, if you can imagine it, we can cover it. XINSURANCE. Insuring the uninsurable.
Your machine got you here, and the Maximus Quick Tire Inflation Kit will get you home. No batteries, no disappointment. The only US-made CO2 valve.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy, because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
XINSURANCE is the proud sponsor of the XINSURANCE Great Lakes Grand Prix races. The XINSURANCE team provides specialty liability insurance solutions for property, commercial auto, watercraft, special events, true umbrella, true homeowners, and more. So whether it's your home, business, or lifestyle activities, the XINSURANCE team will provide options and solutions to protect your assets. XINSURANCE offers true insurance solutions tailored for you. Visit XINSURANCE.com to learn more.
At Surf Internet, our goal is to deliver blazing fast, affordable, and reliable fiber optic internet to your community. Whether for your home or business, you'll enjoy all-in pricing, a price lock guarantee, and unmatched reliability. Proudly based in the Great Lakes region, we understand your needs and have built our network to bring you the most advanced technology with no hidden fees, no contracts, and no data caps. Surf Internet, fast, reliable, and local. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
Insurance sucks, and we think so too. Why? Because traditional policies don't provide complete coverage, leaving you to deal with the holes and gaps. But not anymore. X-Insurance's true umbrella and true homeowners are a true partner, covering any potential gaps and exclusions. With X-Insurance's true umbrella and true homeowners policy, you will experience true insurance when compared to traditional policies. Contact us today or ask your agent about X-Insurance.
From Michigan City, Indiana, the XINSURANCE Offshore Great Lakes Grand Prix, Race World Offshore here with you on this Sunday afternoon across the world. Thanks for joining us here from the Porte Performance Broadcast Center. Porte Products, allowing boaters greater access to shallow water and unparalleled navigation without the use of powered trim. Gets your gear case up in shallow water as much as 22 inches. Easy access to the beaches and sandbars, and when you're running at speed in the bump, dig your gear case down for better bite and directional stability. Let us design one for you. PorteProducts.com. Eric Colby joins me here as we continue on. Michigan City, Indiana. What a successful weekend it's been. 70 boats here at racing. And Scott DeMiller is going to join us shortly, as well as Jack Arnett from the local organizing committee. Eric, we had a lot of fun qualifying yesterday. A team that had a great day out there, both qualifying first at Super Cat and in Pro Class 1 was Britt Lilly and Bill Pyburn in Dirty Money and the XINSURANCE South team. They really burned it up, and we're going to actually hear their post-race win interview yesterday in a moment. But a fantastic race day for that team.
Yeah, and the cool thing was it was the late Art Lilly's birthday yesterday.
Yeah, Britt Lilly, a fantastic, just a great human being and one of the young upcoming racers over the last decade. And Tristan Collins in the XINSURANCE pit cam yesterday after their win in the XINSURANCE South Pro Class 1 team in the race yesterday, caught up with them.
We are here with the Pro Class 1 winning team, XINSURANCE South. This is Bill and Britt. You guys, you killed it out there. How was the race? What are your thoughts?
It was a great day. Look, we can't be happier to bring this home for Rick Lindsay and all the XINSURANCE family. The boat was flawless. You know, once we got out front, we just kept the boat in one piece. I mean, the conditions are still pretty sporty out there. And, we didn't want to do anything dumb after about halfway. And so the main goal was just to get it back in one piece.
I think you guys did an amazing job. Britt, it's your dad's birthday today.
Yeah, it's a little emotional one. I wanted this for Rick Lindsay so bad. I wanted this for my dad. Love you, Dad. We did it, man. I'm so pumped.
I think you may have been in the boat working my arm a little bit. I felt like at times somebody was pushing it forward saying go. So, no, it was awesome.
That might have been your dad a little bit in there saying, go, boys.
Yep,
this is all you.
It.
Today is your day.
That's it.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Wow. Britt Lilly, Bill Pyburn after their XINSURANCE South win yesterday in Pro Class 1. And they'll be back out to finish the day. They're going to combine the points from Saturday and Sunday to determine who the Michigan City, Indiana race winner is in Pro Class 1. It's going to be a two-race combining points, and that was a kind of an emotional thing there with Britt Lilly thinking about his dad on his birthday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, kind of like, when Nick Impression and Ian Morgan got their first win this year, and Joey Impression just passed last February, and they said he was in the boat with them. And Britt said the same, that Art was there with him in the last lap of the probably the whole race. So really great to see. Britt's a good guy, and by all the looks of things that I see, looks like he's a pretty darn good father too.
Well, they'll be out on the water here at 1 o'clock when the Super Cats race. We'll get race action going again. Helicopters are refueling right now, and racing resumes at 1 o'clock. Super Stocks that follow after the Super Cats and the Pro Class 1 teams come up at 3:30 to finish up racing here in Michigan City, Indiana. One of the important people that helps put this race together, along with Jack Arnett of the Visit Michigan City LaPorte Visitor Bureau team. But our race director here locally in Michigan City, Indiana, joins us. Scott Miller, how are you, sir?
Doing great, doing great. Couldn't ask for a better day weather-wise.
Well, you guys have done a fabulous job organizing this. It's been an amazing turnout of fans, the boat parade and street party last night and everything else that led up to it. It's been a great time here in Michigan City, Indiana this week.
That's great to hear, especially when you hear things like Key West to the north, you know, being compared to that venue and that race and their parades. It makes me feel really good that we can put on a show that makes everybody just as happy.
And what really has to make you proud is when you see teams and up and down the classes, but the bracketed boat teams that showed up here to race, their love over the years, 16 years of history of coming here and racing, whether it was OPA or SBI, and now Race World Offshore takes over this event, came back to a place that they love to race.
Yeah, the partnership between the XINSURANCE Great Lakes Grand Prix and Roderick and RWO was everything that we were excited and expecting it to be. And to have our racer meeting yesterday morning and have Roderick say, show of hands, who's been here before, who hasn't been here before, and you get about a dozen hands that go up of people that haven't been here before. That makes me feel good that everybody keeps coming back here and enjoys it, because we definitely roll out the red carpet for these teams. We love having them here. They're rock stars here. The community loves having them here, and you can see by, there's not much empty beachfront out here this afternoon. So they love the atmosphere, they love the competitiveness, and especially they love the teams.
You know, the ribbon cutting ceremony was amazing. All of the local officials that came out in support. As you mentioned, the fans. It's such a big event, and what a better sport to have than offshore powerboat racing, where you can get up, walk through the dry pits, see the boats, meet the teams, and come out to the beach and watch the races here on the beautiful blue waters of Lake Michigan.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, those were the things that I was going to say. These teams, the drivers, the crew, that's the most approachable sports that I've ever seen. I mean, you go into NASCAR and you're lucky to talk to a driver, let alone see one. But these guys, for like you said, the block party, they set up. You can go take pictures of the boats. You can take pictures of the drivers and the race teams and talk and ask questions. And I mean, heck, you can stand in the middle of the street and have a beer with them if you want to that night, or have a bottle of water, whatever the preference is.
I met a woman yesterday who met MJ Bliss, the 14-year-old driver of one of the Factory 7 boats. She had never seen her before. She's just like, I'm going to cheer for her now. She summers here and lives in Englewood, Florida in the winter. So now she's probably going to end up at the Englewood Beach, the Waterfest, for the boat races there in the fall, and she's got a new team to root for.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's you connect with everybody, and that's what I would enjoy most about taking over the race director role and being able to travel to the other venues and talk to the teams and connect with them, not only on a professional level but a personal level as well. Having them come here and call me and say, hey Scott, can I get this, or hey Scott, I need some help with that. I absolutely don't have a problem doing that, and I'm just as approachable as what they are. So
Scott Miller, race director here in Michigan City, joins us. We're going to talk to Jack Arnett, of the Visitor Bureau, in just a bit, who's also equally as important to help bring this race to northern Indiana. This got me yesterday at the drivers' meeting, and you talked about the local support, of the fans and, the mayor and all the officials, but all the assisting agencies that are here and helping out, for Michigan City special events, the city lifeguards, the Michigan City Parks Department's maintenance team, the city fire department, the city police department, LaPorte County Emergency Management, Michigan City Port Authority, the LaPorte County Emergency Medical Services, the County Sheriff's Office, Long Beach Police Department, Long Beach Volunteer Fire Department, Indiana Conservation Officers, United States Coast Guard, the Hazmat Operations Team, the 911 operators, Michigan City Emergency Management Volunteers, Integrated Public Safety Commission, you know, just so many agencies have come up and stepped up to the team with you guys.
You know, we are very fortunate to have all those entities in our area, and everybody knows their role, and everybody knows that if something happens, if they're short, how to step into another role if necessary. But the biggest thing that makes it easy is everybody communicates, everybody cooperates, and again, we're extremely lucky to have everybody together. You know what? And you mentioned all the entities. You mentioned all the entities and the fire departments and the police departments and all that. But I'll tell you, the other person that puts it all together that I could not do it without is my wife, Chelsea Miller. You know, she ran the block party. She gets the parade going, and she just makes my life 1,000 times easier. And I've done a couple of interviews, and I tell her, you know what, I can't do it without you. And she says, do you say that in the interviews? And I was like, no, I kind of forgot. So this one, I definitely want to say, I didn't forget. But Chelsea, I love you, and I appreciate everything you do for me and with me.
Yeah, you can't do it without your best friend and partner.
Exactly.
Scott Miller, the race director, Michigan City. So did you order up this weather special? I mean, it's been wonderful here in terms of the temperatures, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you, honestly, I heard rumors this morning. Jack is always in charge of the weather. I have to supply everything else. But I also heard that Mayor Angie called for this weather. So I'll let the two of them, they can talk to each other about who actually had the final say-so.
I got to tell you, this is an amazing place, Michigan City, Indiana, and LaPorte. If you haven't, to hear us describe it, you look at the pictures, it's all of that. Beautiful beaches that you could see till the eye can't see anymore, and blue waters of Lake Michigan here, just a mile away from Chicago, the Northern Indiana getaway. And I got to tell you, the people, the hospitality is amazing. We've eaten at great restaurants and had great food all around town, and a few amazing cocktails as well, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very cold.
We're not short on any of those. The adult beverages, the delicious food and restaurants in the area. I mean, it's a hidden gem, but once you find it, you'll never forget it.
And you'll always come back. All right, Scott Miller doing such a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you here in Michigan City, Indiana. Great race here today. Still coming, still more racing at the XINSURANCE Great Lakes Grand Prix. Brought to you by Maximum Inflation, gas for everything inflatable. Our live stream coverage continues. Still more racing. Super Cats at 1 o'clock. We'll take another break and come back with more action.